Right, if what they tell me on the on the internet, on several sites, I've looked. This is my sourdough. This has been in the fridge for, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months even. It's pretty flat, if you can see that in there, and it smells okay. There's no black film on it. There's no black. There's no there's no bugs. There's no nothing in there. A couple of little bubbles, tiny ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 30 grams of this and mix it with 150 water and 150 flour, strong flour, because I'm not in later on today, so that's going to feed, and hopefully by the morning it will be some sort of something that we can build on. So let's have a look. Okay, so let's have a mix. Put in 150 water. I've warmed this water up. Okay, there we go. 150 flour. Okay, there we go. And we're looking at 30, I reckon, of this. 10%, because we've got 300 worth of stuff in there now. There we go. Okay, let's give this a mix. I suppose that tiny little won't make any difference. Oh, sticky stuff. So the theory is it should have plenty of food to munch on until I come back in the morning and have a shifty. But we'll see. If not, then we're going to have another look. Okay, give this a scrape down. Let's not waste any. Righty-ho. Loosely, we'll put that in a nice, well, reasonably warm place. It's probably about 22 in here, and we'll come back tomorrow and see what it's like. Okay, well, it's the next day and I've got my madre here, my mother, or whatever you want to call it, and it's got a couple of bubbles in it, you might see, but nowhere enough. So we're going to put another 50-50, but just 50 grams of flour and 50 of water, and we're going to leave that another day. It's only about 22 degrees in here. Okay, so this was the mix I did yesterday, and it's really lively. That was a 50-50 yesterday. So what I'm going to do, it's not ready yet, it's nice and it's got a good wobble on it. It's got lots of air bubbles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this by 2, do a 50-50 on each, and tomorrow I reckon we're going to be ready to use that, the whole half of this, as a leaven for a bread. So we'll see tomorrow. Okay, catch you later. Bye. Well, it's the next day and we've had a major bubble over. So, I mean, this one's still quite lively. It's been up and it's on its way down, which is probably not so good, but it's still full of air. And this one has been a bubble over as well. And this is also over its line, but it's on its way down. So I don't know what to do. I think I just might make some bread and use this, and it can feed off the new flour that's going in the bread. And I'll put it in the fridge and bake it tomorrow. Let it have a good long work. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so as far as these are concerned, I've decided to use them anyway. So if I normally make a bread, I use 500 of flour and maybe 320 of water or liquid. So I'm going to use 500 of flour, 250 of water, and 100 or 150 of starter. No, it's leaven now. Now it's leaven, so it started and nearly finished, so really it's leaven. Okay, so let's get in with our 250 of water. I've warmed the water up a little bit. Did I say 250 of water? Yeah. That's that done. Right, got some brown sugar, that's going in. That'll help my yeast get going and give a nice taste and colour to the bread. This is all yummy. Right then. Oh, this is sticky. You can see this has come up over the top. Righty-ho, let's have a look. So if I do that's 100. I'll get all this in, I reckon. Let's get it in there. We've got the other one in reserve for another day. Cool. Let's take that off the scales. Right, that's mixed. Okay, we're going to go in with about 500 of flour. Okay, a bit extra, but never mind. Right, let's give this a bit of salt. See, when I make a normal bread, I do it in the stand mixer, and I don't understand why a sourdough has to be so bloody runny all the time. This one is starting to, I don't think this is going to be that runny at all because I overdid the flour. Let's get in there with the mitts. Well, this is not a bad little dough actually. It's just, as a bread dough, but as a sourdough it's probably a bit dry. But we will see. Definitely a little bit dry, I think. I think I could do a tiny bit of more, a little bit more water in there. Let's have a look. Splodge. But we'll cover that, leave it for half an hour, and well, come back in half an hour and have another look. Give it some stretch and folds, okay? Okay, so it's been about half an hour, so we're going to do some stretch and folds on this. Little dip of their hands in some water. Let's see how this goes. Oh, look, that's pretty shit actually. It's sticky and hard. I don't know what's happened here. Look at that. It's a bit like a rock cake. I've got a funny feeling that this is not going to be a good one. Too many variables that are messed up. But then again, no, it's coming along. Do a couple more. Let it settle itself out. I mean, if at the end of the day it doesn't go stretching or folding and just wants to be a normal bread, I'll just take it out and knead it normally and make it like a normal bread. So we'll see. Right, I'm going to cover this up and give it another half an hour. Okay, it's been another half an hour, so let's have another little stretch and fold, see how this goes. I've got a I don't think we're moist enough from the get-go. I think what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to give it because I don't think this is going to go anywhere stretching and folding, so I'm going to give this a knead. Okay. Oops. Right, I'm going to do this for 10 minutes and then I'm just going to bang it on the side, let it rise, and if it does I'll bake it off later just like a normal bread. So we'll see if we can save this and do something with it. And the main thing is, if my leaven works, then it works. If it doesn't, then I end up with a cookie instead of a loaf of bread. But whatever it ends up as, I'm sure it will be edible at some point, whether it's toasted, whether it's chopped up into something. Now, why does a sourdough have to be wet and sticky? I know they say it's a no knead bread, but what's wrong with kneading? You can still have a sourdough taste, can't you? I mean, if you make what they call a poolish, then that ends up a bit of a sourdough type taste as well, doesn't it? But we'll see. Experiment. Things go wrong, don't throw it away, just change your direction. If it comes out a little dense, well, you just cut it into thinner slices and use it like a dry rye bread or something. You can still eat it as an open sandwich. It's just starting to feel like a loaf that's a piece of dough that's come out of my food mixer when I make a normal loaf of bread. It's given the old arthritis a good workout. And there's something therapeutic about this as well. Thing is, sourdough as well, you're stretching or folding every half hour. You sort of take up the whole blooming day. At least you get hold of this, knead it, throw it in the water, let it rise, and you've got 2 hours to go and do something else. And that's just looking pretty good. Right, got a little bit of oil in here. Is it going to go in? Hey, can it move around like that? This is feeling really nice, this dough. To be honest with you, Right, I'm going to leave this for, I suppose I'll leave this for maybe 4 or 5 hours now. It's not that warm in here. We'll just let this do its stuff. I'll leave it for that long because it's not instant use, it's, you know, so. But we'll see. If it overproofs, it overproofs. Never mind, we'll just bang it in the oven anyway and see where we go. Right, well, I'm going to tidy up and that's that. So when we're ready to bang it in the oven, I'll see you later. Ta-da for now. Okay, so I've left this for about 4 or 5 hours because we have to go and do stuff. Just to give it a chance to get up and do what it's going to do. And it looks like, well, it's definitely doubled in size. So I'm going to turn this out, give it a little shape, and I'm going to toss it into a banneton, and then I'm going to put it in the fridge overnight. I'm going to bake this off tomorrow. Okay, so we'll see how that runs out. Get away. Plop. Here we go. Well, that's got quite a nice little feel to it, to be honest with you. Smooth top. Well, we'll see how this goes. In the banneton, just knead this up together. Right, I suppose we'll cover that and that'll go in the fridge and we'll bake this off tomorrow morning in a Dutch oven, I think. Yeah. Okay, so just got this out the fridge. Going to put it on here while the oven's heating up. As soon as I get as soon as the oven's ready, I shall give this a score. Bang it in the Dutch oven, and we'll bake it on. It's heating up to about 220-ish, 230 degrees C, and we'll bang it in there for between 35, about 30 minutes. We'll take the lid off and have a shufty, and then we'll have a look, see if we leave the lid off or put it back on and leave it in for another 10 minutes. Okay, so it's all wing and a prayer. We'll see how this turns out after the mess it started off as. Can it be rescued? I think it has rescued quite well. Okay, going to score this and then we're going to get it in the oven.
Whatever these wars may imply, there is no equivalence between Israel and Hamas.
I think that'll do, just one across the top.
Clear. Israel wants to help do all it can to ensure civilian protection.
In there for 30 minutes. Okay, so it did 30 minutes in the oven with the lid on, 5 minutes lid off. It sounds okay. I suppose I could have done a little bit browner, but hey ho, that's okay. It's been drying on the side, well not drying, it's been cooling on the side now for about an hour and a half. So let's cut it open and have a look, see if we've saved the loaf. Get a bigger bread knife. Jesus. The bottom's definitely toasty. There we go. Oh look. It's what I would call a little bit doughy. Probably could have done with an extra bit with the lid on. But it sounded okay. But at the end of the day, this is what I would call edible. So instead of throwing away a loaf of bread, thinking that it's never going to do what you want it to, this is okay. Oh no, that's okay. This is okay. It's still a bit warm, so yeah, but not a total flop. It's got a reasonable taste. Whack that in the toaster, it'll be perfect. Okay, so there we have it. And not how to make a bread, but to rescue something from nothing. It worked. Okay, well next time we'll have a better luck. So catch up soon. Bye for now.